I'm assuming that card doesn't do anything. Oh, whenever you get one or more energy, Ether Revolt deals that much damage to any targets. Oh. I mean, the first ability didn't seem super great, but if you get free energy, it deals free damage. Yeah, I think so. As long as a permanent you control left the battlefield this turn, if a source you control would deal non-combat damage to an opponent or permanent, it deals. Yeah, if you fetch, it has Revolt, and every time this triggers, you deal +2 damage. That seemed kind of good. Seems better than the tower, right? I mean, not that the Dynavolt tower is not level playable, but plus they stack, right? No idea. Can kill turn 5, yeah. And why am I so tired today? I'm tired. I'm just like almost falling asleep. What should we give it? 4? Let's go to 4. What time is it? 5? I don't really want to drink coffee now. Yeah, I could have a Perrier Energize. Yeah, next we have one of the other 5 cards that made Spike's S tier broken tier, I guess. The Amped Raptor. 2-1 for 2, first strike. So it has a lot of text. When it enters the battlefield, you get 2 energy. Then if you cast it from your hand, exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You may cast that card by paying any amount of energy equal, or an amount of energy equal to its mana cost rather than its mana cost. So A, they can't chain each other because you have to cast it from your hand to get the trigger. B, the cards are exiled for good, meaning they don't get reshuffled, meaning, I don't know, if you bid your deck weirdly, you could deck yourself. You can stock the energy, but if the card you can't cast it, it's just gone forever. So technically you could break if you build your deck with cards that cost more than 2. What else are some of the like weird things that you might not? I think that's about it. So yeah, you could just throw that card into prowess, right? Just call it a day. Or you could play it in an energy deck, and maybe you're getting lucky and casting cards that cost more than 4 or more than 2. I'm not too sure. It starts at the first non-land, yeah. What if Snapcaster Mage didn't have flash, was random, sometimes didn't cast a spell? This card reads... Yeah, I mean, this card I'm not... I think it's like solid and stuff, but I'm not super sold on it. I did rank it in my top 5 of cards for the set, but maybe I was all influenced by Spike. I mean, Price is one of the better cards. What are you moving from Price to play this? I don't know, who cares? Just trim stuff. Oh, another thing that it's not great with, because at first I was like, oh, is Charlotte's Agent. Because if you flip it of Charlotte's Agent, then you're not casting it from your hand and you're not getting the trigger. I mean, it is kind of sick if you just hit a slick shot, right? One of your slick shots, or what do they play these days? Do they still play the... Oh, there's Cruel Aggro in Modern? I mean, this deck has a lot of 2s. Oh, it's here. It's all the way. Wow, it's... If you hit slick shots... Probably means the Unholy's got to go. It's pretty bad with Breach. Maybe you just cut the Breach. I don't know. I haven't played Price. I don't know if you can really cut Breach. The one time I did play Price a long time ago, Breach was not that good for me. I remember that. If you had a Gnarly card, you would sell several. No, I mean, you get 2/2 on first strikes for 2 mana. It's pretty good. Alright, let's see. Amped Raptor. Did we respect Spike and give it a 7? Show some respect. You would say 6. Give it a 6.5. Alright, I'll give it a 6. I guess people are like pretty low on it. Ashling, Flame Dancer, Phoenix. I think both these cards are probably bad, right? Eldrazi, a Linebreaker. Red mana, colorless and 1, devoid, trample. I mean, I've come out on your turn. Target creature you control gains haste and gets +6/+. So it's a 4 free haste trample for 3 mana. 2 mana potentially, yeah. Ashling's good. You don't lose unspent red mana at steps of phase's end. Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, discard a card. I mean, it's 4 mana and doesn't do anything. Alright, are we rating the Eldrazi Linebreaker? It does hit incredibly hard. Could probably enable some turn free kills now. An 8 for Linebreaker? Linebreaker could have a 5, sure. Sold. Oh, give me a second. Yeah, Spike is mad that we only give Raptor a 6. He said he called it unsubbed. My volume, I know it's so bad. Sorry. Alright. Fanged Flames. Flare of Duplication. Copy, so it's a fork. Yeah, I'm not even gonna rate that. Card seems bad. Frogmere Enforcer. So it's a strictly better Mirror Enforcer, which has seen play. Frogmere Enforcer. I have no idea what to rate that card. What do you think, chat? How many mirrors can one play? I don't know. I mean, this one's a little easier. You have Drum. You have maybe Spire of Industry. You have maybe some red dual artifact lands. This one's pretty nice. It's a 5.5. I feel like we get some white role player cards like a 6. I don't know. Force of Vigor is legal. Meltdown is legal. The White Wrath can be see play too. It's going to be tough for these artifact decks to be good, I think. 5.5. I'm okay with that. Alright, Galvanic Discharge. A red instant speed, basically lightning bolt for energy, but only creatures or planeswalkers. Obviously, you can stock up the energy. If you kill a Ragavan, you get to save up to energy. Same for Bowmaster. So there's actually a lot of stuff you want to kill that you gain energy on. Flare of Duplication and Prowess. I don't think you can have cards like that in your deck, especially if you're going to play Amped Raptor. But welcome to the stream. Discharge 8 out of 10. Well, we gave the white energy wrap a 6, and what did we give the cantrip? We gave the cantrip a 5. So we should give that card a little more. Sideboard or main deck card? I don't know. Probably main deck if you're building some kind of energy deck. I don't think it's ever a sideboard card. No, you can't give an 8 to a card if you're not even sure if the deck's going to be good. The energy decks won't be good. You don't think Jeskai Control? Energy brings back Jeskai Control. Jeskai Energy. Maybe steal some spells, flip some coins. What about the Marvel? It's good as Raptor too. His Raptor is good. Alright, I'm gonna give it a 6, since we gave some of the other energy cards a decent rating. 4 damage to any targets. 2 left is an opponent controls a multicolored spell. Kills a Nomnath for 1 mana. Or just kills them for 1 mana. Most of the modern decks don't have multicolored cards though, or very few. Need sideboard cards? It could be. What does it kill besides Omnath? Does it one-shot a Grist? Grist goes up to 5? No, Grist goes up to 4? It kills pro-right creatures, which were played at some point. Grist goes up to 4. Kills a Yogg, I guess. For 3 mana. Yeah, they're not lucky. True. Kills a flipped Tamio, kills a flipped Grist. Or is Grist 2 colors when it flips? Not the worst cards. What should we give it, like a 5 maybe? Potential decent sideboard cards. Maybe Burn plays like 1 in the main or something. 6, 4 I think. Alright, let's give it a 5. Alright, next is actually a card I had in my top 5 for those of you who watched the YouTube video. I don't know how crazy you thought I was, but I just really like that card. I think it's really cool. I think it does a ton, could have a ton of applications. I mean, maybe it's way too slow and doesn't do anything well enough, but Glimpse the Impossible. Sorcery speed, 2 red and 2, exile the top 3 cards of your library. You may play those cards this turn. At the beginning of the next end step, if any of those cards remain exiled, put them into your graveyard, then create Eldrazi for each card put into your graveyard this way. I say it's really very interesting piece on turn 3. And those tokens have stack, so you basically either get to play a bunch of cards or get a bunch of scions. I was thinking just creativity. We talked about it, I think, on stream the other day. Just you play it on turn 3, you get free tokens. On turn 4, you have 5 mana, you can creativity for 2. If you mail an Archon, it goes to the yard. So if you're playing Persist, you get to self-mail. In the late game, it's just a great top deck because just kind of draws free in some ways. People are saying Storm, maybe. The art is cool too, yeah. Yeah, it was Ruby, Storm, Breach. Does nothing well enough. You don't like just casting it on turn 3 in creativity and getting free Eldrazi tokens and potentially milling an Archon or lands. I mean, you could play it in Atraxa decks. It casts it's you get to hard cast Atraxa, assuming you have. I mean, the mana is all tricky. You need a lot of dual lands, but technically you have 7 mana on turn 4. You can hit a bubble if you played bubble. If you played on turn 4, you could hit a bolt or a binding. That pings, yeah, I mean, that's not very exciting, I think. Magical Christmas lands? How is it a magical Christmas land? You literally just cast it on turn 3 and you get free tokens. You don't even have to get lucky. And then it does sound good was if you can reduce the cost and recast it from your yards. It also just fills up your graveyard for Breach. Maybe it could be good in Breach combo. Looks worse than Brain Surge. Where we made out. No, we didn't get to artifacts yet. Alright, well, I'm gonna give it a 7.1. Just to say it's better than all the 7 cards. A red aggro Eldrazi, maybe. I mean, 0-1's in an aggro deck, I don't know, but Alright, Party Trasher I think is the next one. 1/4 for 2, non-creature spells you cast from exile have Convoke. Non-creature spells you cast from exile have Convoke. So you need creatures to make them cheaper at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase. You may discard a card. If you do exile the top 2 cards of your library, then choose one of them. You may play that card at the beginning of your pre-combat main phase. So 1/4, it needs to live, and then it does stuff. Kind of a cool card. Doesn't have to attack to the trigger. Makes your spells cheaper. Maybe pops up with Empty the Warrens. Combos with Glimpse. Lizard Wizard. And Lizard Wizard is pretty funny. Anti-adjacent, yeah, except as doesn't die to Lightning Bolt or the new discharge. Or just redundancy, yeah. Just anti-redundancy. Enables reanimate stuff too. Pretty good engine. It's a bit like, I mean, it's more fragile than a Fable, but it's a bit like it's like a mini Fable. It's like kind of like Fable vibes a bit almost. Turn free, discard a trackside, get a Zombify, cast it with Convoke. Yeah, I mean, Victimize too, right? Victimize is a card. Victimize is kind of tricky to build around, I think, but it kind of enables Victimize because you need a creature. Maybe Recurring Nightmare? Could it be good with Recurring Nightmare? Can it be an engine with... New Fable has been called, yeah. The blue Fable of the Mirror Breaker, we're still waiting, I know. Why, you give it a 7. I've really sold you. I see what is like, New Fable, say no more, 7 out of 10. Let's give it a 6.5. For Lord Beerus, you're not easily impressed. Alright, that card's just a meme, right? Power Balance, double red enchantment. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may reveal the top card of your library. If you do, you may cast that card with its mana cost. I mean, it seems better to counter their spell than to maybe try and... Good in burn. Can you break timing rails with Power Balance? I think so. I mean, counterbalance you can. Oh, yeah, I think so. I'm not going to read the 5-mana saga. Someone tell me if it actually does something. Wow. I mean, that card hits incredibly hard with fetch lands, right? Haste, landfall. Multiple Battle's Cry if you have other creatures. Yeah, I mean, it's probably not good enough, but also it's other, it doesn't pump itself. Pyrosurfer. Split second, destroy artifact. Skittering Precursor, not the worst. 6 mana cards, common. 5 mana cards, common. You get 2 energy whenever you cast a spell from anywhere other than your hand. Deals 1 damage to each opponent. Pay 2, exile the top card of your library. You may... Oh. This is very good. Skittering Precursor into free feed the creature's treasures is a combo. Is it infinite? Infinite stacks? No, you're not. Ember Mage plus Cauldron. Grander. Discard another card. Wait, how is that a combo? Yeah, Wheel of Potential. I'm a wheel hater. Let's see what it does. Free mana, sorcery. You get free energy. Then you may pay X energy. Each player may exile their hand and draw X cards. If X is 7 or more, you may play cards you own exile this way until the end of your next turn. Will could be the new Hypergenesis. If X is 7 or more, you may play cards you own exiled this way until the end of next turn. So you get some of your cards back if X is 7 or more. What if you just cast it for free? You get free energy. Each player may exile their hand, so they choose if they want a new hand and draw X cards. I mean, it's another card that's good with the Ruby Medallion, potentially, if you can cast it for cheaper. Ruby Energy Storm, yeah. How do you abuse that card? Bergy Steamkin doesn't sound very abusable to me. Would it ever be good in Storm? Yeah, I have honestly no idea if that card is playable in anything. It does have potential in the name. How do we rate that? What do we give Wheel of Potential? I want to give it just a 4. But I'm a wheel hater. A 3. Wow, is it not harsh enough? 4. Yeah, 4 because it had the word potential in it. So maybe it's a hint. It's a hint Wizards is giving us. Alright, that's a creature that combos with Rosie. Basking Brute Scale. 2/2 for 2, Devoid, Adapt 1.